Hey everybody, this is Bill Varney from FishTheSurf.com and your saltwater guide with your May 15th Thursday surf fishing report. Well, as you can see from the background, I'm not in Southern California. I'm down on the East Cape here at Palmas de Cortez, enjoying some great fishing down here. So let's first start with a fish report right here from Palmas on the East Cape. Well, tuna fishing has been really good offshore here for yellowfin tuna, probably in about that 12 to 20 pound range. All the anglers have been going straight out. As you can see, the boats behind me about 30 miles every morning, and pretty much limits for everybody out there. The first day we got here a couple of days ago, saw about a 40-pound wahoo come in, a couple more wahoo with that too. So fishing for that's good. But the real big news has been the pesgallo, the rooster fish down here. The rooster fish fishing's been really good with a young man, probably a 16-year-old guy with a spinning reel on the beach yesterday, catching a 30 to 40 pounder, which was fantastic to watch. And then I saw another fellow on a kayak get one into the beach about the same size. I've probably seen 12 to 15 of them a day swimming back and forth with the boats down there. So some really good surf fishing and some good boat fishing down here. Well, let's make our way up to Ventura, where corbina fishing on sand crabs, grubs, and bloodworms has been really good, continues to be good, probably all the way, I would guess, from about C Street throughout the Ventura area, all the way down to Channel Islands Harbor. That has produced not only some good corbina fishing down there, but some real decent barred surf perch fishing. And one thing we're seeing about those surf perch now is that a lot of the pregnant females seem to have finished their spawn, and although there's still some big fish in the count, those big females seem to have gone into hiding maybe for the summer. That makes a lot of sense. Well, as we make our way down to the South Bay, Marina del Rey and Venice Beach continues to crank out some big perch down there and some really nice corbina, 1 to 23 inches this week. And then right down the road, not far at El Porto, there's been consistent walleye, yellowfin croaker fishing, barred surf perch fishing. That's all been really good in that area. And remember, up in that Del Rey area, both there and Venice Beach are both been really producing now for about 2 months. That is a really great area. And then we make our way down to Hermosa and Manhattan. It's been kicking out more corbina down there, no surprise. Lots of sand crabs down there. I know that will continue, with one angler getting a fish over 27 inches today. So the fishing in the South Bay is just heating up, continues to get good. No word of stripers this week, not surprised, but we should be seeing some throughout the summer. People always ask me, how do you target those? Hard to target. And what bait to use? I've seen them caught on every single bait out there. So the best thing to do is just get down there, hopefully at the right time of day, the right place, and you'll certainly get one. As we make our way down to Orange County to Belmont Shore, so about Belmont Pier to 72nd Street, been a lot of small halibut down there. I think in the last week about 24 halibut have been caught down there, and they've all been sub-legals, but there's a lot of them and they're very close to shore, which means that they've been following those grunion in. I would not be surprised at all if there's bigger fish going to follow those in too. And then if we go just maybe a mile down the beach at the most in Surfside, right on the edge of Surfside, right where the Huntington Harbor is, 30-inch halibut caught there just yesterday. A beautiful fish there, and that was caught on a frozen grunion. So that continues to be good. And every time we have these grunion runs, of course tonight's going to be our last grunion run for this week, and then another 2 weeks we'll have our next grunion run. And please remember that this is a no-take period. We can't take any of those grunion and use them for bait. We can't even touch them right now. We can't even use them until we get into the first grunion run in July. So keep that in mind, just observation only for right now. But when we go to South Orange County, they're still picking up those 9 to 13-inch barred surf perch, but once again, very few of them are those pregnant females. So it looks like most of those have spawned, and we're gonna see a flood of those smaller fish in the beach. Those barred surf perch, they grow very quickly. They probably grow from 2 inches to 8 inches in one summer. So look for some smaller fish from now throughout the summer with the occasional big ones. And normally you'll find those big ones, of course, near rock structure and other areas like that. When we make our way down into San Diego, Torrey Pines continues to kick out the smaller perch, but Torrey Pines has also kicked out a couple halibut this week, right during and after that grunion run. And once again, those were caught on the Carolina rig with an angler using the frozen grunion. So those continue to work. And really the best way to fish those is catching the grunion during obviously the open grunion season, straightening them out on a paper plate so they freeze perfectly straight, and then fish them frozen by taking your hook and going up through the chin and out through the mouth to keep their mouth closed. Fish them on the Carolina rig. I normally fish about a 24-inch leader on that Carolina rig, and often I will also use a 12-pound fluorocarbon leader when I'm fishing those halibut because of their teeth, of course, and then cast that in a fan casting motion at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and slowly retrieve towards shore. No fish, no bites, move 100 feet down the beach and continue that pattern until you find the fish. And then lastly, in San Diego Harbor, we continue to have this good bite on barracuda, which is always exciting. It really shows that the summer's kicking off. But in addition to that, there have been so many short fin or orange mouth corvina caught in the last couple weeks down there. Many of those at night on everything from white swim baits to cut anchovies and things like that. That bite has really been good. So anyway, that is our report for this week from the East Cape. An absolutely beautiful day down here, a beautiful day up in Southern California. It's so great to come to you. Thank you so much for watching. And until next week when I see you right here, good luck on the beach.